Today I'm going to walk you through my complete experience with the American Express Platinum Card. I've had this card for over 6 months now, and I put it through just about every real-world test you can imagine, from international flights and domestic travel, to everyday spending and luxury services. When I first got the card, the sign-up process was smooth, but definitely targeted toward higher-income applicants. Approval wasn't instant, but once I received the card, the presentation alone was impressive. The metal card feels premium in hand and sets the tone for the kind of service Amex is trying to deliver. Let's talk about the benefits first. The lounge access is one of the highlights. If you travel frequently, having access to Centurion lounges, Priority Pass lounges, and Delta Sky clubs when flying Delta is a massive plus. The experience in Centurion lounges, for example, is excellent. Solid food, fast Wi-Fi, and a quieter atmosphere than most airport terminals. That said, some of the lounges can get overcrowded depending on the time of day, which somewhat reduces the luxury feel. The card also includes $200 in annual airline fee credits, which sounds great but can be tricky to fully utilize. It only applies to incidental fees, not actual flight purchases, which is a common misunderstanding. Additionally, there's a $200 hotel credit, $240 in digital entertainment credits, and an Equinox credit. While the total value looks good on paper, it really depends on how much you actually use those services. If you're not subscribed to the specific platforms covered, like Peacock or the New York Times, some of that value goes to waste. The annual fee is steep, currently $695, and that's a big sticking point. You really need to maximize all the perks and use the card consistently to make it worth that price. Many useful links you can find in the description. In terms of customer service, Amex is solid. Every time I've needed to call, the reps have been polite, knowledgeable, and quick to resolve issues. However, I did run into a problem with the airline fee credit not applying properly, and that required a few follow-ups to get sorted. It eventually got fixed, but it wasn't as seamless as I had hoped. Now let's talk about rewards. The points earning rate is decent, but heavily focused on travel. You earn 5x points on flights booked directly with airlines or through Amex Travel, and on prepaid hotels through their portal. But outside of those categories, the return isn't that impressive, just 1x on most purchases. This means the card is not ideal for everyday use unless you're spending in those high reward areas. Amex offers is another feature worth mentioning. These are rotating deals you can add to your card to earn extra points or get statement credits. I've saved a few $100s using these, especially on hotel bookings and retail purchases. It's a nice perk that adds a bit more everyday value to the card. The membership rewards points you earn can be transferred to a large number of travel partners, which is where a lot of the true value comes in. If you're savvy with point transfers and understand how to redeem for first-class flights or high-end hotel stays, you can easily stretch the value of those points well beyond what you'd get from a simple cashback card. But if you're not familiar with point strategy, it's easy to miss out on the full potential of this program. To sum it up, the American Express Platinum Card is not for everyone. If you're someone who travels a lot, uses premium services, and is willing to put in a bit of effort to get maximum value from all the benefits, then this card can definitely be worth it, even with the high annual fee. But if you're a more casual spender, or don't travel frequently, most of the perks will go unused, and you'll likely be better off with a different card. If this review helped you understand what the American Express Platinum Card is really like, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more honest credit card reviews and real user experiences.